Well, hello, beautiful people. It looks as if we are doing a fucking background. Woo-wee. It's nice though, because this is going to be the last background of the week, this short week, according to my schedule anyway, so should be pretty simple. But the other thing too about this background is that it's very zoomed in. So like, oop, oh shit. Damn it. The nice thing about this background is that it's very zoomed in, so you will only see sections of it at a time. The whole thing is gonna look like this, so. Whee! Here we go. Yeah, I didn't do much today. Pretty much just drew and rendered and drew a little bit more, but that's because I finished the fine sequence, so that's all done. I got some more dialogue put in place, so that's all done. I cleaned a lot. I made a fucking pot roast for tomorrow, and that's gonna be slow cooking for like 30 hours, give or take. Probably take. Because it already smells pretty fucking sexy. Alright. I kind of miss. So the nice thing about animating right now is at the very least I can take breaks between animating and straight up painting. I like both aspects, but sometimes I want to do one more than the other. So. Another nice thing too is you can kind of find shapes while you're painting versus not finding them later. Okay, so this layer should really be under there like that. There we go. I'm gonna label these layers because I feel like I've been working on this painting for a few hours, so just because it's so big, there's a lot of dialogue to cover as they walk up this hill. I might not have made it long enough. Edit. Adjust. Edit. Adjustment. Image size. Canvas size. Make it a lot wider. Let's do 6,000. And then we'll make the height another 500 higher. Let's see, how much did that add? Okay, perfect. Good. Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep adding on to this sketch then briefly. Not a lot to it, I don't think. If I sound tired, it's because I'm tired and we went to bed at like 5 last night, so I'm tired. So let's just do something like this. Just as a reference, you know. Down there, want some kind of crazy fucking spike thing here. It's kind of laser guide volcano thing. Build that more. Build this up a little more. Plateau here. Alright, cool. So I guess we'll just keep going on this layer here. But yeah, I don't really have much to say right now. I'm just kind of tired, and I want to get this painting done because I think I have to present something in class tomorrow, but I don't know what I'm gonna present because like the only thing I have done is animation, and I don't want to show that yet until I'm ready. So it's like, you know, it's kind of just all a question of. I wish she would like assign who goes more than anything, because it's like I don't really have anything. Like, I mean, I did stuff, but it's not like important. Just finish painting this. Just like I do miss painting. Like actually doing a good paint job in Photoshop. Probably one of my favorite things to do. So you might have noticed that this has quite a bit more gray than our previous hell backgrounds. The answer to that is why yes. It is a lot more gray than our previous hell backgrounds. And that's because I was getting tired of looking at red. But there will be red in here because we have to drive continuity. Okay. I was sitting in class with my friend Delia the other day, and she had her like notebook out and she was sketching some K-pop artist, and I took the pencil, you know, and I like asked her obviously, can I draw on this? And she was like, yeah. So I drew some garbage, some stupid garbage, like terrible drawing, and I feel like there's a weird pressure for me that I put on myself to just keep doing better and better drawings, which is, you know, it's true I do, but also just for like animation. Like I don't really usually keep sketchbooks anymore because, you know, all I'm doing anyway now is drawing on this tablet. So the thought of keeping sketchbooks bums me out a little, just because of all the work that it is. Cool. Behind all that, go a little darker. So I really want to incorporate towards the top more than anything this gray, and then more towards the bottom I'll have this crazy red going on, kind of like a lava spill or something. I guess I'll label these backgrounds in a second. Yeah. So this guy's part of the way back background. So this thing here, whatever the hell it is, I'm gonna go ahead and create a different asset for all the pillars of light going up, and that'll be like a red saber kind of effect. I might actually do that in After Effects. That'd be pretty cool. Just like, hey, fuck you guys! Look at me doing my saber effect. Something I need to stop doing when it comes to rocks is curved edges. And I know naturally rocks have curved edges, but that's not really the lookbook for this, considering there's no rain or anything here to fuck with rocks becoming soft. Alright. There we go. Now I have 2011 Avatar stuck in my head. And Sigourney Weaver is like, run, definitely run. And Jake's like, what about this one? Run, don't run. What? She's like, run, definitely run. And then James Cameron made $1 billion. $1 billion. Which is fine. Make your money, James Cameron. You silly scuba diver / trucker. Okay. And then I'll do these hills in a slightly lighter texture. And then a different layer that's above that layer. And yeah. I just want to lay down as much color as humanly possible. Actually, I'm gonna undo all that. Oops. Yeah, I forgot where these hills stay. Sorry. There. And what are you? Oh, you're part of his leg. If you ever played Titanfall 1, I'm kind of basing him off of the Bone Canyon Yard, which is a fucking fantastic map from Titanfall 1. And I really wish they brought it back into 2, but that will never happen because they're never going to work on Titanfall again because they have Apex Legends and they hate good things. It's kind of my dream someday to make like a Titanfall movie or something. Good TV show. I'd make a really cool 2D animated TV show of Titanfall. That sounds so fucking legit. There we go. There. Okay, just as much color as possible. Putting it down. No regrets. Color the shit out of it. Paint, paint, paint. Cool. That's those far back ones. Medium. Close. Okay. One of the close ones is not filled in, so let's do that. Did they even grab it? Come on. I'm just gonna make these a lot lighter then. Oh my god, for real. Just coloring. Don't care about layering. That's something I kind of miss about just doing stuff in acrylic. Just that for Photoshop, you actually go through like some extra effort when it comes to layering. I don't care much for that. I feel like my true calling is painting and drawing with markers because it's like a one-hit thing. You just tap it and there's a color there. I'm super on board with like monochrome colors and or like, you know, just like super simple schemes, like color schemes. I'm gonna hit these guys too. Hold on, I just make them a little lighter. So originally my plan was to have like a wall that they'd walk next to, and then I'd animate that wall, kind of like the shoe shot we did earlier, which I'll bring up in a second so you get the reference. But basically, it's going to be kind of like a loop because they're just walking up. So. And then I'm having a harder time figuring out what they're doing once they get to the semi-top. And I came up with the idea that this monster claw would come over the edge and like grab them. Or try and grab at them, and then that's when it would transition to black and white. But I think that's not gonna end up working. We'll see. Cool. Let's do a background of all the backgrounds. So I've been doing this fun yellow thing recently, so kind of like a grayish, or like doing this towards the bottom. So it has this kind of glow. I love digital painting. Okay. And then we transition that into more of a red. And yellow eventually. But the idea more or less is to fog it, or just softly mist it over. Kind of like an orange gradient, but you know, ooh, too big. But I like that. Turn that down just a smidge there. I'll merge all of these. I'll turn that down. Lovely. So now we have this really cool gradient orange background that I sort of like. We'll get there. It's not quite finished. Alright, and then this watch. Yep, that layer. Yeah. Okay. I have a feeling, a sneaking suspicion, if you will. Yeah, there's a hill that's not supposed to be there. There you go. And I want this one. And I'm gonna go ahead and label all this shit before we continue. Actually, should have done that. Okay, so I'll call this back. Mountain. Then we'll call this one mountain. Excuse my terrible spelling, please. And then cliff top. And then this one will be stairs. Cool. So it'll be sketch. Cool. So that works. That works. And that works as well. Okay. I need a new one too for the front stairs.
colors, so sorry. Rock. Cool. And I'm going to start in the back. Yeah, I'm going to start in the back, so we're going to go ahead and mute all these other layers. Just work on these guys. So I was watching a show recently, which was like this art teacher. He's like a manga teacher. He's talking about what kids focus on, what they need to change to get better. And he said that it's the details that everyone goes to too fast, and not the structure of the paintings and the drawings. And I 100% do that all the time. Like I'll just rush right to the details, because you know the funnest part. Whereas you know, doing the background work and all the important foundational artistry stuff is like super boring. But I get it, I get it. Go ahead and make this just a little lighter right there. Add some chunks in that are lighter here. Like scales almost. That's kind of how I want to think about all these parts. Very much so like scales. I always had a really hard time drawing rocks. It was something that really always bothered me. There is this story that I came up with in high school. Me and my friend Jacob wrote it together, called Riebenach, which is, I think, Russian. Can't remember now. It's Russian for child. It was this animated feature I really wanted to do, and I still want to do it. But that's a future cast thing. Riebenach, and it happened that all these people were stuck on this moving rock monster. It was going to be so epic. They were stuck on this moving rock monster. Actually, I kind of want to ask Chris to help me right now. But we shall see. That's going to be one of those features that I work on after I graduate in my spare time. Getting ready to like pitch it and all that. But that's a story I really wanted to tell, because it was about climate change and about survival. Excuse me. It's really about life and what it is, what it means. So now I just want to go in and really kind of adjust the dark lines of this so that it makes a lot more sense. And always thinking about where the light is coming from. And that's one of the key things when it comes to drawing rocks, I've found. It's always about what light is and about shadow. But shadow and light are like huge clumps of a rock, like big sections. There's no like tiny in-betweens. When it comes to a rock, like this whole bit should be shrouded in darkness if I was doing that, which I'm not. follow the style that I've been following too with this, which is we go in with like harder colors, and then we take another layer on top of that, and we go in with a very fine pointed line, and then after that we see what shapes we can find from that. Instantly, this becomes more of a rock here. You can see it has these cliffs. Excuse me. Fuck me in the ass. It has these cliffs and these sharp edges, and everything's just kind of neatly blended, which is pretty nice. Again, you always want to have your defining lines underneath. So like that's a nice defining line. That's a nice. And you don't want to make them too harsh, because again, rocks are big objects, and they have very few outward standing features. So like, there's inside of this, there's going to be a couple laser kind of shooting out. I don't know what color it will be, but whatever color it is has to have reflections off of these rocks. So, we'll go ahead and we'll assume that these rocks are more or less the same in terms of where the light's coming from and hitting them. Coming in, barely touching up these hillsides here, just enough to give the illusion of shape. Very soft brushes, very soft. Okay. Alright. Not too bad. I kind of want to make it a little harsher, so we'll go ahead and add some of that. And it's okay to use a really big brush, because again, it will all just get kind of smoothed out and narrowed down with this. So now we're going to go in with our fine line. Alright. Make that even finer, 4 pixels, yeah. Just going to go ahead and kind of basically outline the side. Like that. Finding the shapes inside of the rock. You have to bring them out. Because they're there. They're just hidden from you. part of me just wants to go in and sketch, just like get these lines in. But I know that doing that kind of brings the workflow a little and the image. So you can kind of come in here and add little bits. Outline here. Okay. Something again I've always struggled with is drawing rocks, so this is kind of a nice little challenge for me. I don't know why I feel like absolute horseshit right now. What's going on? Basically barely went outside today. Maybe I should go outside a little more. Well, I went grocery shopping and stuff, so nothing was that. Hopefully I don't have that coronavirus. There are people from Wisconsin who have it, so it would kind of suck. Alright. So I'm sort of happy with this. I don't know if I'll take it yet, but let's see. What's that? Oh. Wait, what? What? Is it from Front Rock? Oh, sketch? Okay. I always do that. Okay, that's fine. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and highlight this area that I had the fucked up in. I will do layer via copy. We'll bring this down to back mountain. And we'll go back to sketch. Go to here. Just erase that. Yeah, cool. And then that maintains that, so I can merge that down. Ugh, I always do that. So we remember to stay on our layer. Alright, so now we are looking to do some kind of adding in the general red aesthetic. So we'll go back to here. And we want to make a new layer. We'll just slowly start adding in lines of red. Oh, I deleted all my lines somehow, didn't I? Where'd they go? There they are. Okay. I always keep that layer on top. And we can kind of gauge the shapes here. The nice thing about this red area is that you won't be able to see it mostly, so we can kind of have a little more fun with it. Just slowly just add a little more red into these defining areas here. Definitely go in here and add this dark. If anyone knows how to get rid of Macrum Reflect 7.2.4744, it is bothering the living shit out of me, and it can fuck right off. Holy fuck. I don't know what the hell the deal is with Windows. But it's terrible. Go to Linux. Everyone go to Linux right now. Ditch Windows. I know no one will. Alright. Let's add some highlights. Some nice red highlights. Okay. Oh yeah, I like that. That looks good. Cool. So now we just have to do that for this whole fucking thing. Yeah. And it will be all fine. So now that we have kind of a rock pattern-esque thing established, we're gonna have a lot easier time. So all the highlighted areas here. And I want to think about it too, kind of in terms of blockiness. So, you know, like each one of these kind of represents a section that is more or less well lit in a three-dimensional way. And all the other areas are in darkness, more or less, where the sun's not hitting them quite that way, or you know, our light source, in this case it's hell, so there's not really too much worry. So I'll go back in. I'll hit it with that darkness here. Again, using a pretty soft brush to first establish the dark patches. The nice thing about Photoshop is that the first brush you have is your best brush. I've used hundreds of custom brushes, thousands even probably, and you know, for painting and drawing and stuff, and all of them are kind of trash compared to just the regular round soft brush. So do with that knowledge what you will, person. Let's go ahead and go a little darker too, just to really sink home the. Whoa! What the fuck? There it is. The crevasse feeling of it all. Cool. We'll hit it back again with more color, more lighter color. Here we go. So just increase the hardness just slightly. So that might have worked if we were using light colors, but you know, because you have to be able to tell where the shadow is. So these make sense where this is coming from. Cool. There we are. Hey, but you can't show it to anyone. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay, 1 second.
So I'm actually doing what I set out to do, and I'm using a pretty harsh brush here, so we're going to go ahead and turn that back a little bit. Go ahead and soften these up just to here. Cool, now we're going with the fine line. See what kind of details we can bring out. I'm digging this so far. This is nice. These are nice cliffs. Just gonna keep up this momentum just a little. I'll make this little square here. I will highlight that later. Just finding the details. Let them come to us, sort of. Hey, I have something for you, but you can't show it to anyone or do anything with it. Okay. I kind of wanted to make this more of a volcano-looking thing, but I think I'm not gonna do that anymore because I'm already kind of struggling enough with these rock formations. But I do like what this is doing. This whole thing just makes me want to call my grandma, because it's kind of about grandma. Okay. You're welcome. What am I welcome? Alright, I swear if it's a fucking meme, I'm gonna be pissed. It's still loading. Oh my god. Wow. Interesting. Why would you do this to... Why would you do this to me? This is like... Oh god. Oh god. You're testing me. Oh god, you're testing me. Oh god. Oh god. This is horrible. Alright, whatever. I don't care. I'm not gonna do anything with it. Honestly, I did it for the meme. But it's not that much of a meme, so. Okay. Ooh, I like the idea that this is like a solid section of three-dimensional rock here.
let's improve upon that thought process.
That's cool. That looks really nice. Alright. Let's go ahead and go in with our dark reds.
Cool. That's looking good. I'm just gonna go ahead and save this. And we're gonna call it.
Ooh, this is a new scene, so this is a new folder too. And this is the Talking on a Hillside. Talking on a Hillside. And we're gonna save it as Hillside background.
Cool.
Oh, I gotta go pee. Be right back. Oh, fuck. It's me, I'm back. Wow. So the last time I made pot roast, last time I made pot roast, it tasted kind of oddly bitter, and I don't know why that is, because it should have just tasted like salt. To be honest with you, it should just taste like fucking salt. Because all I had in it was salt and then beef stock, and then I think it was the beef stock. Because the beef stock, you know, is like It's like bitter, so that I guess that makes sense because they use bone to make beef stock. They use beef bone, and there's not. I mean, marrow is the only sweet part of bone, so I don't know. That's like what I've been wondering about. So this time I added a little bit of honey to the beef as it was cooking. I'm really hoping that sweetens it up, and I added some more vegetables like carrots and celery, whereas before I didn't. And I have some mushrooms in there now. The mushrooms will give it more earthy vibes, but it won't like get rid of that bitterness that I was tasting. I think that bitterness just comes from a lack of like sweet and too much like just hardcore iron beef, So I did 1 cup of beef stock this time, more like 1.5 cups actually, and 1 cup water. And I'm hoping that the water will really just aid in getting rid of the too much beef stockiness. But the beef stock obviously is important because it's beef stock, and without it, it doesn't have that whole rebaking in flavor sort of aspect that I'm going for. So I'm really hoping that I can make a super solid little bit of food here and learn something. I also tried cutting up the beef into smaller chunks because before I just kind of put it in as a whole pot roast. And this time I was able to like get all the edges really thoroughly, like crisping them up with the flour mixture that I used. Fucking burpee. I should not have eaten that pizza. Oh, goddamn. I didn't even eat the whole pizza. I just had half a fucking pizza. Domino's fucks me up. Alright, I'm gonna set my fasting. I haven't done my weight yet. I should do my weight. Timer. Since last fast, it has been 2 hours. If I do an 18-hour fast now, that means at 10 in the morning, essentially, I will be able to eat again. That seems reasonable. Yeah. Tomorrow at 2:33. Actually, end fast. Yeah, delete. I'm not gonna do. I won't do an 18-hour. I'll do a 16-hour fast. And I'll start my 16-hour fast. That means tomorrow at 12:30, I will have my fasting end. And yeah, I wish I had like a Fitbit so I could like analyze my shit. My weight and my pulse and my beats per minute and things like that, because I don't really exercise as much as I should. Like I can still do like a lot of push-ups, and I'm a fairly like chunky dude, but I'm not like I'm not like a buff cat like I used to be, like fresh out of high school anyway. So, but I attribute that to all the animating. So I need to become healthy again. And some way I've been reading up a lot about fasting and about this. And I don't believe it all, because like they have like a doctor come in and talk about, like I saw this video where this doctor's talking about fasting and all the benefits. I don't really believe that shit. I think that's it. Fasting is equal to just not eating, which is what it is. But like it's I don't know if it's healthy, and I don't really care. I don't care if it makes me feel better, which honestly, it makes me get a little more confidence back, and I've been losing weight. My stretch marks are essentially gone right now. And I've gained a lot of weight over the last year and a half. Like I probably was at more like 130. No, at like 118 or so. So I think it's working. I think it's doing what it's supposed to. Whether or not it's something I can definitely keep up is I can't. I definitely can't. It's not going to become a lifestyle choice sort of thing. It's just like a temporary band-aid for a bigger problem, which is that I'm animating, and I'm getting kind of chunky while I animate, and I want to stop. So I'm not under any delusion that I'm going to be suddenly healthier by fasting. I think that's not the case, but and people who think that should seek help, because fasting is not a fix. It's we need nutrition to sustain ourselves and things like that. So And it's not like I felt gross before I started fasting, so take all that into consideration, I suppose. See, right off the bat, we're already doing way better than we were before on the other mountains. We've learned quite a bit in these last few minutes here. So that's kind of why I love doing the art so much, is because I feel like I'm learning so much, you know? Like, for example, if I want to keep this three-dimensional shape theme going that I have to... Aha, see how that automatically makes this look indented? There we go. That's cool. I dig that. But it's interesting talking about and thinking about the fasting stuff too, because like apparently your body has like this point where it starts absorbing calories more sustainably, like from your belly fat and your just general fat. And it's after a certain amount of time that you go without eating. And, so I've been pretty much just doing pure fast with, I drink tea. I drink water, I drink coffee with a little bit of cream in it because I refuse to drink coffee without cream because I'm not a fucking terrifying, stupid creature. But, I can only do so much. Let's see, this looks nice. And again, we'll go back in and we'll try and find a few more shapes here and there, just with the pencil tool. I'm gonna go ahead and hide the sketch because that's not helping me right now. Just getting in my way. Oh man, I have Toxicity stuck in my head. Not the song Toxicity, which is a good song, but the I'm just sitting in my car. That one. It's a great song. So is the UWM thing from the bathroom or from something else? So my friend Hannah has to go to court, UWM court, because she helped shoot. She did this keyword helped shoot a music video, and they used her name. And she came forward when for some fucking reason she shouldn't have done it, but came forward when we were shooting in this bathroom at UWM, and we cleaned up. They cleaned the fuck out of that bathroom. It was probably better after they left than it was at the beginning, but since UWM is full of really shitty garbage, terrible, stupid, dumb, fucking idiotic, bureaucrats, they were like, yeah, you violated school property. Fucking crazy, man. We have to, punish you. So she probably has to do community service. She should not have come forward. And she didn't even need to come forward because they were like, yeah, we knew who did it. No, you didn't. You fucking didn't. Fucking liars. You stupid cunty liars. Just fucking hate UW. Terrible school. It's a trash school. Don't ever go there. UW Milwaukee sucks big ass. It's not a good film school. It's not a good school in general. It's it's a public university that charges you a shit ton of money for very little knowledge. Anyway, from what I've learned at UW, which is very little, as a film major, everything I learned, I did it myself, which is part of the point, but also it seems like a huge waste of money when I could just saved. Just stay at home and learn this stuff. But then I guess I would have been at home, which is not ideal. And I probably wouldn't have done this film, which is sad. So there's definitely aspects of UW that are, well, I won't say that. There's good teachers, as in there's good people at UW that I like. There's also people that I don't like at all. Like I'll shit on Ben Balcom. He's a fucking hack. because he gave himself money for a film festival that he runs in Milwaukee. He was like, "Yeah, this is the best film here," and then he went ahead and was like, "Yeah, yeah, look at me, I'm the best film, best film. I did the best film." And then he gave himself an award, and that award gave him money because he runs the film festival. He's on the board of the film festival, and then they gave him the award for some fucking reason, even though he's a trash filmmaker who makes garbage experimental movies about, you know, cameras flipping and making you think about things. I don't fucking want to think about things like that. Like, sure, deeper films have their place, but not when, you know, you're the head of the board. Why did your film even get in? I feel like that's not a thing. Like, you shouldn't be able to even try if you're, you know, on the board of directors for a film festival. You shouldn't be able to get in that festival. That's probably ludicrous. So, Ben Belkin's a hack, if anyone wonders. I don't know how I feel about this cliff here. That's nice. Alexandria Turinas. Alex Turinas. She's a fucking goddess. She's the best. 10 out of 10. Best teacher. Should be promoted. Amazing human being. Kind. Sweethearted. And just in general a fantastic person who I feel gets taken advantage of by the department for how wonderful and nice she is. I mean, literally, there's not a nicer person on the planet. I think she, you know, is awful because her husband died maybe a year or two ago. And, you know, she is just that nice that when her husband died, you know, it felt like the whole world died a little with him because, you know, her extreme positivity radiates that much that you're like, well, this, you know, this woman had probably the worst few years of her life, and then, you know, now she's working at UW Milwaukee, the world's most garbage film school, and she has so much potential that I see in her anyway, so much potential for love, and damn, dude, like, it pisses me off. Trash school. And then they put Steve fucking Wetzel in charge of it. I mean, he's a nice enough guy. He has, like, multiple personality disorder, but they should put Lily in charge. Lily is far superior in terms of her administration knowledge, her organizational skills, her ability to teach. She actually gives a shit about students and stuff. Steve, who go out on a limb and say Steve doesn't give that much of a shit about students. I'm sure he's a nice enough guy, but he's kind of crazy. So, Sean Kafer should get a bunch of money. Sean Kafer's a fucking genius. Brooke Thebes is a genius. She should get money. Tim, just because he's got to pay for his painting addiction. Owen obviously could run the whole school, and it would be far, far better. You know, you go to a place, and then you experience it, and you think about what could be better. And at a certain point, when so much could be better, it becomes kind of hard to acknowledge that it's really a good place to go. I like Carl, but I feel like he doesn't necessarily belong. I feel like he's more of a observational writing media teacher, or like some kind of, I don't know, he's a good dude, but he just, I don't know, I don't think he contributes that much in terms of film. I like Carl a lot, though, as a person. I mean, I'm glad he has a job. I guess that's really the most important thing. Because you gotta eat. Also, he's kind of a daddy, but there's this other dude. What was his name? He was a fucking sweet teacher. I can't remember his name. Oh well. Anyway, Alex Turinas. She's the best. She deserves $100 million, and she deserves, you know, the moon. And, you know, if there is a heaven, which I doubt there is, she should 100% go there, because they would be remiss without her. So, a beautiful, beautiful soul. This is kind of a shitty one. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like this one as much as the other one. That's different. More vertical lines. Yeah, they're pretty close actually, in terms of quality. Yeah, they're pretty close. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's probably good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and go over it one more time with a little more fine detail, or fine line stuff. Oh, I did that thing again, didn't I? Where I'm shading in the classic CAS. I'm gonna lock that layer in a second here. Alright. Although, you know what, I actually should just be drawing on these guys. Because otherwise they're not going to move right with the background, so I'll just do that. It's a good thing I'm working on these separately from the other backgrounds. So Chris and Serbata found out that I was working on that Coro digital thing. I'm like, it makes me sad because I know I'm not going to get the job no matter what now. But even then, you know, I was like, I don't want to show them because, like, if I don't get it, then I don't have to show them. If I do get it, then great, but it doesn't matter if I don't show them anyway, so what difference does it make? But then Chris walked in, and I was like, oh, fuck me. And then he found out. I get paranoid about that stuff for no reason. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, take that. I like that. So go ahead and we'll dab. Grab the dark red here off of that. And we'll go ahead and just start plunking it in there at the base. And the nice thing again too is that this base is pretty much unseeable. No one will see this far down. So we can really kind of just play and have a lot of fun with the color. And we'll add a little bit of dark red inside the crevice here. Oh, and I should add some lava streaks and such throughout this thing. That'd be kind of cool. But also maybe a little overdone. We'll see how it looks. We'll make a new layer. It's pretty nice. It's nice too. Very cool. Very cool, cool, cool. Alright, I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that and that, and I'm gonna go ahead and merge visible. Cool. Did that work? Oh yeah, okay. So now that can go there, and then we can add that back in. And then we can take a gander back again at what's going on here. Okay, so now you'll see we have some fucking detailed ass shit here, and then everything else is not. So I'm actually, oh, this doesn't look very good, does it? Yeah, I'm gonna come back in and do this up a little better here. So just keeping this area in mind, I think. And I kind of waned away from the softer lines, which is okay. Nope, wrong color. There we are. Cool. And again, for these lines, we're just adding details for people to assume that we're good artists. Because the more lines you have, the more people think that, you know, you actually know what the fuck you're doing. In all reality, I have no clue in hell. That looks pretty nice, honestly. Yeah. Go back in here. This. And this is a really important background. It's gotta last, I don't know, 30 plus seconds, so that's why I want to spend a bunch of time on it. Okay. I want to do the lasers. I think I'm going to do them in a reddish tint. Yeah, I'm going to do them in like a neon red. So, up the hardness and just whoop, 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 whoop. It's good. Obviously, I'm gonna have to go in and make a new layer with these, but I want to see what it looks like. Just something to continue the flow. Always have that pure white in there. And the pure white is gonna have to be blended, so. Okay, and then I think the secret to making something look neon is really in the highlights. So like even like one skinny fucking line right there. Pure red. The nice thing about red is that it's not super, you know, thought about in nature anyway. I mean, it's technically everywhere. You know, it's in blood, cherries, fruit, vegetables, you name it. You know, turnips. Red isn't it? But it's not. It's like such a obnoxiously different color than the whole of the world. You know, you don't think about it because red is not. Red is a gorgeous color. I love red so much. What I don't like is those laser beams. Let's be real here. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and lock this, and we'll work on that a little more later. Alright, so this middle mountain needs some work. And again, the same process, just more lighter textures on the brighter highlighted areas. And then finding the details later. I think something that's going to be super key for this is the red. These closer up mountains are going to have a lot more red accents to them.
Officer emailed me. Okay. No, it's from when I got pulled over and didn't have my license on me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's annoying. And he said, okay, so I'm trying to renew my China birthday. What's going on with that? Question mark. Alright, cool. Let's go back in and do some more dark shit. Yeah, I figured. I don't dig that. That needs to be sharper, for sure. Yeah, there we go. That's better. More 3D objects, less garbage. More jerking off, less jerking off. What do you want? The answer is both. All the jerking off. Can you imagine, like, cavemen discovering jerking off? What the fuck? They're like, oh, don't need puss. What am I doing with my life? Alright. Oh, that's cool. Look how sharp that looks. Although that reveals that, so weird. Ugh. Just rough up these edges here. There we go. Reading texts. So he fucked up and is trying to cover it? Question mark. I'm just standing, waiting for my groove. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Maybe show that to the traffic court. Okay, cool. I don't know nothing about traffic court. I don't want to know nothing about traffic court. I don't want to know nothing about taxes. I don't want to know nothing about nothing. I hate it. My mom's like, oh, adulting's hard, huh? I'm like, shut the fuck up, Mom. You had it easy. You lived at home through college. No, I love my mom. She's fucking God. My dad is also pretty chill, so I don't know. I'm not complaining, honestly. I live a good life. Live a very sheltered life. Yeah, I'm gonna take that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the fine layer. 7 pixels. What is this? 4 pixels. Yeah, bitch. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that teeny tiny little pixelated line. Oh yeah, right there. Give me that shit. Give me that shit. Give me that good shit. I want that good kush. I want that good kush shit. It's from the Psychic Pebbles sketch, I think. Give me that good shit. The nice thing about rocks too is that it makes sense for them to have black in them, you know, because there's just some shadow. Oh yeah, right there, right like that. That's perfect. And already these mountains are looking a little bit better. Just a little bit on the better here. I can't wait to draw the skull here, this massive creature for the background. It's gonna be so much fun. Right now I'm thinking about our trip to Colorado and all the times that Sam kind of told Hannah not to do something. And then I said it, and then he was like, yeah, we should try that out. But it was the same thing Hannah said, and then I would look over at Hannah and she'd look over at me with like, I don't care anymore, look. And it was kind of sad. Because they used to date, so just the fact that she was putting up with Sam at all is kind of remarkable. Because I love Sam. I do, he's such a nice dude, but he can also be a bit of a stupid. But so can everybody. Okay. So far, we are making super good progress. And if we if we hide this guy, you can see how much that extra layer of black adds to it. You know, that little line. Same for the very far away background stuff. So eventually we'll work our way into the more cleaner close-up shit. And these rocks here should be really interesting to do because they'll be so close to camera. I can add quite a few details. The only issue with them being so close is that because they're so close, they have to move by quicker, which means I'll probably have to do some kind of extension layer on these and just like do a bunch of them. There might even have to be another layer in between, so like a close-up. But I'll see what I can do because this ground has to remain kind of the same so that their walk cycle looks kind of natural. But yeah, I'm gonna get some food and I'll be right back. I feel like no one watches this anyway, so sorry, just a little break. I've been going for about an hour and a half straight, so. Apparently he told me the incorrect amount he was finding me for on site, and I am. Dude, did you smell that? Did you smell that food that I'm making? Yeah.
new Baba. That's where I'll be. Alright, let's see. Been going for a whole hour. Up your butt time. That's so precise and helpful. Thank you. That's where I'll be. What? Okay, cool. Alright. So. Right, so what is this later? What are we doing? What's going on? Okay, cool. Dun, 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 dun. Cool. That's that. Let's see what she said. Let me feel the morning out. I'm cracking up, honestly, I'm hilarious. Okay. Just remember I have class at 12. Well, at 1. That's where I'll be. Alright, cool. Let's do some red. Red, 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 red. Red, 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 red. Let's go crazy. Just go crazy. Go wild. What's that guy saying? Go crazy. Go stupid. Yeah. Charge my pen again, it's acting up. I am super impressed by this drawing tablet because I've had it for over a year now and it's been so rock solid. No issues so far. I did actually, you know what, I take it back. I replaced it once and that was an expensive $400 replacement, but I use it every day, so I mean, I don't know what kind of usage this thing is rated for, but my usage is pretty extreme. But I guess that, you know, you should probably hope that it lasts for a few years, which I guess the older one did. And this is a slightly newer one. It's got like all these buttons on it that are really convenient. Hotkey stuff that I really like. You know, and just the brand itself is a pretty decent brand. I don't know if the color accuracy is super great on this though. But you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be. I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't know what it is. I should look it up. I know it looks better than my other monitor, that's for sure. Alright, let's enable this layer and this layer. And this layer. And yeah, I'd go so far as to say that looks pretty swank. So let's just say we're done with that layer. Now I have to work on the cliff top here, which is more of the same. So we'll go here and we'll go a little lighter. Fuck. I'm actually really glad I'm doing this background now, because I don't think I would have done it at a different point in the day or anything. It is a pretty hard background to do, so. That's nice. That's very nice. Do you want to eat my asshole? Eat my ass. Eat my asshole. Oh my god, I found this Olaf meme. Fuck me, it's the funniest shit. Look it up. It's like, okay, so Olaf is there. He's standing there, and there's just a dick poking out of the snow, and he's like, I can't feel my cock. I can't feel my cock. And then Kristoff pops out of the snow, and he's like, that's my cock. And Olaf is like, it's not my cock. It's not my cock. Holy shit, that was the funniest fucking thing I've seen all day. When we were in the car, I was laughing my fucking ass off. That was so goddamn funny. Holy shit. I'm gonna talk to Bob about that meme, actually. Because I think he was the one who maybe posted it or something, or I couldn't tell you. I can't remember. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and grab ourselves some cunt. Hey, I got in trouble once for saying cunt. It was on the set of Chris's Senior, and the main actress was like, "You can't say cunt." And I was like, "Huh." Canceled. And then I just kind of left. I just left the fucking conversation. Holy shit, that was so funny. Alright, let me see. I got an email, I got a text. Okay. Google Maps said something. Lame-o, I deleted it anyway. No! Why? Well, now I didn't download her thing anyway, so it's like, it doesn't matter. Alright, let me eat this little food here. Oh. I'm gonna stop streaming. Thanks for watching, everybody. Night.